Here we go.
Here we go again.
Ian is gone.
Ian is
Ian couldn't stop.
somewhere up in Newfoundland, eh?
Ian did put a little bit of a wrench in the giddy up, whatever. And but we're back.
Yeah.
We've obviously the Miami loss. We didn't get a chance to talk about that. We'll move on from that. It is
ugly.
what it is.
100 effing degrees down there.
Yeah, it was a tough day. It had nothing to do with conditioning or anything. It was hot. It's 120 degrees on the Bills sidelines. Kudos to them. And any Sunday, anybody can win in this league. Although
Yep.
I will say a two-hand push gets a roughing the quarterback call on Tua.
Yep.
Our guy's getting his love sack squeeze and nothing. But anyways,
Love sack? I like that.
big win over the Ravens. I do want to say though, as we speak,
Love sack. Baby
Comrade-
love sack.
Comrade Schustick
Yeah.
is speaking about how he's brought the economy back better than any president in history, while the Dow on the other side of the screen is bottoming out.
Plummeting.
Just thought I'd throw that
We're
out.
below 30,000 again, and we're all gonna die.
But he's doing a lot of stuff for the mom and pop. But anyways, kitchen table items. We'll talk sports first for you sports fans. Bill's got a game coming up. Great game last week against the Ravens. I mean, great as far as
Outcome and being able to fight through.
One point, bouncing back though to the Miami game for just a second.
Yes, bounce.
The way everybody, that was a total team effort. I know we lost,
Right.
but Tommy Doyle playing on an injured knee because there was nobody else, and guys, Benford taking Kumero's spot with a broken hand,
On special teams.
and just the list goes on. And
Well, and 500 yards to 212.
500 to 200, it's crazy. And then you know what? For anybody, and I'm sure most of our viewers agree with us, Dorsey's meltdown. Amen to that.
Oh,
These guys are competitive.
No issue with that whatsoever. I mean, I'm sorry. Well, you're talking to a guy who wants, went hands on.
Here too. Anyways, moved into the Baltimore game, and I was listening. I was on the road for the start of the game, and our voice started off by saying the Bills have got to bury the excuses and win today. We got to start stacking wins. The Bills themselves made no excuses, John.
None.
It's the media that made the excuses, and probably some fans. The players themselves, no, they lost, and
And nothing to say about it.
you're not going to win them all, right?
No.
Just get us to the playoffs, right?
Right.
Get us to the playoffs, and
Where it counts.
hopefully with as many wins as we can have for the home field and all that. But bottom line, get us to the playoffs. Anyways, now we came back, and the other thing they said during the game, we always get the B and C team. It's always spelled true.
Yeah.
And
Well, except for the next 2 weeks.
right.
We got Romo and Nance.
That'll be interesting to hear him. I do like listening to him.
Yeah. Me too.
They went for it on fourth down with 4-something to go in the game, and they made it sound like through the rest of the day that would have been a tie game or something. No, they went for it.
And
For
we
the
marched
same-
down to the foot line.
But for the same reason we probably go for it. You can't beat Baltimore, Buffalo, Kansas City
with field goals.
With field goals.
No.
Although you
can't
can
leave.
beat Denver.
You-
But anyways, that's another story.
What a horrific game last
Yeah.
night.
But,
one of the worst in history.
and they-
Russell Wilson.
Forced out
Oh,
of time. And there, what happened to him? What happened to him? He was an a-hole in Seattle.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Hold on. 248 million sight unseen. He blows. By the
I
way,
almost split my car. I couldn't do it.
I had a laugh. last night. They had 5 guys on the field for that horrific Amazon Prime telecast. But I'll tell you, they told it like it is. So Tony Gonzalez says, I don't know what happened to him. He's awful. He can't even find a receiver. He's terrible. And they were just going on and on. And what's his name? Richard Sherman's going, didn't he learn from the Super Bowl? You gotta run the ball. And there's a wide open man. He's screaming just like that on the telecast. It was great. Fitzpatrick's going, I don't know what's going on with him. These guys look terrible. It was great.
I listened to the end of that game on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
They had Spiro something and Ryan Harris.
Spiro.
When
Agnew.
Indianapolis tied it, there was 5 seconds left. Ryan Harris said, let's all take a second and catch our breath. I started chuckling.
Well, you would have chuckled more if you had the TV on because the TV's going, this is the worst, this
No.
is garbage.
But I think it was funnier, these guys trying to sell it.
Sell it.
And it was just,
This is the bad.
what we just saw was an unbelievable drive by Matty Ice.
Yeah.
Now, was it a good drive? Did he need to do it? Yes. All that's true, right?
Right.
But unbelievable?
No. I laughed. What they tried to do yesterday with that. And then, but I got to tell you, I hate the whole Amazon Prime. You got to stream. Poor Pete can't watch it in the nursing home, all that stuff. But what was refreshing is these guys are bellowing.
Well, they
And
gotta
other
have,
NFL players, they're going, hey, what's happening? He's terrible.
they got to have something because when
'Cause
the
that's
game
all
was
they got.
starting, Al Michaels said you can hardly hear yourself here. Like the sound is muffled.
Sounds completely gone.
It's fuzzy.
Yep.
I'm sorry, NFL.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for, going to bed with Bezos.
But anyways,
Yes, anyways, back to the Bills. Sorry.
fast forwarding back to our guys. Nice comeback. Josh went on an 80-yard drive,
Yeah, that's not a good drive, though.
and
Not like the Andy drive.
ate up. No, and that was just. I
Spectacular.
had to lay on the ground and have my wife constantly check my pulse. That's today's football, by the way.
Yeah. it's
You
all
can't
right.
play any D in this league anymore.
No.
And if anybody can be any kind of accurate. By the way, I'm going back to the game. I had to. Ryan Harris. Wilson threw a laser to this tight end.
Mhm.
And hit him in the numbers. Right? Harris said.
Yeah.
The Spiro guy said, are you talking shoulder numbers? Because he was coming across the field. The ball was back here.
It hit him in the shoulder.
And I chuckled because he goes, I'll
Talking about
give you,
shoulder.
Ryan, it was a laser, but if he puts it in front of him, he's still running. Anyways, going back to our
You
guys.
are bouncing around.
It was
It's been a couple weeks. I think Ian scrambled your brain.
It was Ryan Harris. Who and what is he? But anyways, they tried to do the best they could selling.
They're not good.
Anyways, going in the Bills with the drive, they win the ball game.
What saved that game, I think, was the drive before halftime.
Yep.
Making it 20-10 versus 20-3 changed the entire outlook of that game. And then when you come out and you shut them down on the opening kickoff, the second half, 3-and-out, changed that. That's to me. I looked at Al, my buddy Al, and I were watching. I said, "Now, this is a football game."
Right, and the only team since we did it the last time shutting this guy out for a half. Lamar Harris is a good quarterback, no doubt about it. But
Lamar Harris.
Lamar Jackson. So I've got Ryan Harris on my hands. Lamar Jackson.
Mind if I draft?
But Jackson
Yeah.
and Mahomes and the things they do would never survive in the 90s. And I know what's that mean? Who knows?
What are you, an old bastard?
But
We got millennials watching.
our guy could play in the 90s.
Mhm.
But this acrobatic stuff and all that, the rules are set up like we almost had him for a sack, and you say, well, what happened? What happened is you got to be careful how you tackle him
You can't touch
because you don't know if you're going to
him.
get a roughing call. So it kind of makes these guys, and kudos to the teams that picked them. They're perfect for the game the way it's played today. But nice win for the Bills.
That was just a gutsy win by everybody in that team. Love to see it. A lot of injuries again. Now we've already been told it's Friday, by the way, when we're taping this, and we already know Poyer's out. We already know that Dawson Knox is out, and it's looking more and more like Tremaine Edmonds is out. I mean, my God.
On the
Although a good week, I think, for this to happen. Can you get him back by KC?
right,
Which, of course, is on the road again for the 800th time.
right, and it will be again next year. And that's another story. Jaquan Johnson will take Poyer's place, right?
Yes.
I was listening to something
Him and Hamlin together.
before after the Baltimore game. They were talking about watching the All 22 with the Miami game,
Mm-hmm.
and on the D. Which, by the way, why are we rushing 3 there? But anyways,
You are pouncing.
Jaquan Johnson dropped back into coverage.
Yeah.
Saw the play developing. Was it to Waddle?
Yeah.
Right. But didn't trust what he was seeing to make a move on it.
Because he's an inexperienced kid.
Exactly. Poyer, on the other
Poyer.
hand, read that whole thing the other day, and that's the difference. But I guess I'm trying to say, hopefully Johnson gains even a little bit more
They
experience.
will. And that's good, actually. It's early in the year. Now, Pittsburgh's coming in. I'm not saying They're not, they're an NFL team. Yes, we should beat them on paper, but we got a lot of injuries. They got a lot of injuries. Get out of here with a win, and rest up some guys or heal up some guys for the Kansas City showdown. Then you got another week off before Green Bay comes in with that arrogant bastard.
Something tells me you're going to see Trubisky on Sunday at some point too. The
Really?
guy practiced against this team,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
He knows the team.
Well, I'm sure he's in the meeting rooms talking about our D. No question.
Right. I just, I know they love Pickett. He's a rookie. All that. I just think sometime in this game you're going to see him.
Mm.
Just have, who knows?
I'd like to say that in week 1, before the Bills opener, I predicted that by week 5 we would be seeing Pickett, not Trubisky.
Right.
You heard it here in the studio.
Right. And Trubisky, again, was better off here.
He was. He's struggling there. Now, it's not just him. The offensive line is decimated. Their running game's going nowhere. Kind of familiar. And they didn't have they don't have the quarterback to get it done on his own like a Josh Allen. So the whole offense is a mess there. They've been bad from the beginning. And I don't think this kid's going to, I mean, he might give him a little bit of a shot in the arm, but they got problems.
I think Tomlin's, wishing, hoping,
He's hoping,
trying
yeah.
to straw, whatever the hell he's trying to do. But
Yeah.
Trubisky, to me, played well when he got his chance.
Yep.
And sometimes you're better off on a certain situation than necessarily going to that. If everybody goes,
That's our assistant. Can you give me 2 creams, 2 sugars, honey? Thank you.
He wanted to be a starter and everything, but we also said on this show, Mitch should ride it out in Buffalo another year or two and wait. But
Well, he looked at the situation where he could be a starter. He's not going to start here.
right.
I understand that.
No,
too.
but look at Frank Reich. I mean, Frank Reich for years could have started on a lot of teams in the league. And why? I guess maybe rights too, right? Plan B. Maybe it was different movement back then too.
Right.
But what a 1-2 punch those guys were. And whatever.
I don't remember, but I'm getting a little. I'm like our president.
Anyways, don't even get me going with him. Got some guys out this week. Coming home, Bill's crowd should play a big part in it. Our guys
Should
up
be a
front
nice
are
day.
getting healthier.
It's going to be a nice day too. 57 and partly sunny, not a windstorm. That's good football weather.
By the way, in North Dakota the other day it was 86 degrees. The following day it was 39, but the planet is burning up. Anyways,
okay, it is burning up. You're bouncing.
jumping around. I am jumping around. I just had a coffee though, so.
That's good. I think I'm going Steelers by 6. You heard it here.
Right, I totally agree. No, I think the Bills faithful. Our front rush again is going to be very important. Some of the big guys got healthier. I don't think Jordan Phillips, although he wasn't out,
No, he's not. He's not been deemed out yet.
could be a good sign.
Hammies for big guys are tough though.
It
You
is.
might see Oliver this week.
Yeah, he looked. They said last week he was very close to playing in that game.
Yeah, he was very close. And Gabe Davis looks like he'll gut it out again. I mean, ankles are tough for receivers. He's gutting it out.
I mean, he was very close. He was right there on the sidelines dressed.
Yeah, he was.
That's how. I mean,
It was
you
close.
really can't get closer than that.
Well, but how far away from the sideline was he? If he was 3 feet.
Right
Wait
there.
a minute. If he was 3 feet and then he got to 2 feet, you can get closer.
That's true, but he was right there. By the way, our sideline reporter, I'm not going to name names, said that there wouldn't be any rain till probably third quarter, if not fourth, and it rained quite a bit. Anyways,
A lot of anyways today.
yeah, there is, and of course that's man-made storm created by fossil fuels.
Fossil fuels.
Anyways,
Another anyways. I love it.
I think
You're bouncing,
it's the
man.
word of the day. I think the Bills will have this game 14 points, right? Is that the current?
That's the spread.
I don't
as
like
they say.
that kind of crap, but if I had to,
Oh.
I'd give them the 14. I think the Bills' pass rush destroys these guys. I just do, and I think our offense will be. Their D's. I don't know. I'd take the Bills. Give the 14.
That's good. You got those nice sneakers on again.
I do.
You like those?
I
like
do
those,
like
Clark?
them. In fact, I got to set them for you in your in your desk.
Appreciate
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So
I'll give you these right now if you really.
I'd love
Take
that.
'em right
I got a
now.
size 11. What size are those?
I don't know what these are.
Okay,
Yeah,
well.
it's about the same, I think.
I think we could have them. Yeah. So the Bills take care of business. Then we got another. We got KC, and that's we need most or all of our horses back for that one. There's a good football team there. We got but so are we. So, and then we get the arrogant one after the break.
Tre'Davious White, no updates that I've heard.
No updates. I did hear just now before we went on that they are absolutely going to put Crowder on injured reserve.
Oh,
I thought there was.
we were wondering.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's been like, come on, but it's been days. I thought maybe they'd get rid of him with an injury settlement because they hadn't put him on IR, but apparently they're gonna.
Did it have something to do with possibly the jobs report coming out
Yeah, it was
today?
the jobs, and they're looking for the September inflation report.
Kitchen table items.
Yep.
No, I think I like the Bills' chances Sunday. I think they definitely cover 14. But again, what the hell do I know, right?
We don't know much, and you're not really good at the one pool you're in.
Oh no, I'm
What's
still
that pool
alive,
called?
which is it's a suicide pool.
Suicide pool.
2 losses and you're out. I'm actually whatever. I have 1 loss,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what.
Gotta go
week we're in.
Bills this week.
I think I'm taking the Bills this week because I took them last year in the opener.
Mm-hmm.
And we lost that friggin' game.
To shits.
And I'm coming back and I'm going to reverse luck, and I think I'm going to go with my boys this Sunday.
That's good. Sabres, I'm getting more and more excited, Tom. We went down for a preseason game last Saturday. Now, we weren't playing the full Pittsburgh Penguins. No question about that. We had a lot of all but about 3 or 4 of our top guys. But, God, we're fast. God, the skill level, the speed, and then the harassment. I mean, we are all over them in their defensive zone. I love the forecheck.
Guys, they're playing the style for years.
Oh,
If you go
we
back to
begged
the
for
shows,
the style.
God bless you if you ever did. We called for it.
Yeah.
They attack. They go to the hard areas. They're tough.
Oh,
The AHL Rochester team last year played that way in the playoffs.
Mhm.
They were physical, and this team is just fun to watch.
oh God.
And
It's going to be a
kudos
nice
to
year.
Granado and Kevin Adams. I'm looking forward to
I'm
the year.
excited, man. I really am.
Predictions, I don't know about any of that. See our young guys get even better.
That's what I'm looking for. That's all you can be entertained and take a step forward. Really, I mean,
And
the opener is in 6 days. I happen to be lucky enough to be going to that. I think you are too. Or
I don't know if
somebody-
I have the tickets. I'm
somebody,
not sure.
yeah,
Right.
somebody in your family.
But this team is a ton of fun to watch. They stick together. You hit one, you hit all of us.
Right.
We hit you back. Thompson dropping the mitts the other night was cool. Although the media got on him, we don't want to see it. Screw that.
Stick up for your teammates.
They had a long talk that they wasted a whole show on. It was a clean hit. Why do they do it? Because here's the deal. You don't check anybody on my team. That's the attitude. Clean or not. You hit us, we hit you
We hit
multiple times.
Well, and that's,
Love that style. of
isn't
play.
that great? Because boy, that hasn't been around here for
And
ages.
the guys on the radio, they were talking about, wait, you can always get something later. I'm done with meal tickets, wolf tickets. We got a then we play you
Next
again
time
in
we play,
December.
yeah.
No, you deal with it then and there.
That was nice, just dropping them and pounding the guy.
Now, having said that, that's the shape this team can be in now. As you get later in the season and stuff,
Yeah.
and you're battling for games, you might not want a talented goal scorer getting hurt.
Well, you get a 2 and a 10 too.
And
Instigator.
you miss almost half the game because it's on the whistle and stuff. But by then, the younger guys will start getting the feel and pick up the thing now. But preseason, way to set the tone. And believe me, teams are not going to they want to come in here and have the easy win.
I don't think it's there anymore.
You see the plight coming down to 33, and it's disgusting, and we hate the city and all that nonsense. This is going to be a hellhole to come and play.
I don't
is.
think it's there anymore, and I think Quinn and Peterka should start the year. I think it's the end of the Borks and the Sheehan's.
Right.
Let's move forward. Give these kids some rain.
And let them play. And this is the year too. This
is exactly.
They
Bond
don't
as a
need.
team.
Quinn and Peterka played pretty much a full season in Rochester,
They
right?
did, yeah.
So they got the feeling for the 80 games. They played in the playoffs. They were getting mugged in the playoffs. Play now, and then if you want a game or two, let them sit and explain something to them. But by the way, why is it that a mistake by Quinn is magnified? Yet I saw the Russian player who I like, the defenseman, throw a puck in front of his net on a pass.
Labushkin?
And he's been around a long time. The
Mistakes happen.
Mistake, it's part of the game.
You've said it before, because sometimes I get a little aggravated. But you're right. This is not a perfect thing where it's a computerized model. I mean, these are men that have to make quick decisions.
You're playing a game, and when we both play, we didn't play at that level, but sometimes, what the hell did I just do that for? I cut in, famously, I told you I was cutting in, I cut out, and the guy went the other way. Why do I do that?
Yeah.
But why does,
they're making split-second decisions.
You just, whatever, and...
No, they're fun to watch. this is going to be a nice lineup. I'm really excited about going down there. I got the 22 games.
I wish the coverage by the Sabres or someone in this town was better. I'd like to know what's going on with the Rochester team.
Yeah.
We got some talent down there.
Well, they're going to come up. The Weisbachs and these kids, the Rozak, these kids are coming up.
And the Russian players, of course, they don't want to go back over to Russia now because it's Nyut over there.
You want to go to kill the Ukrainians.
So Kisakov and those guys are down there, and
lick me off
that
there.
Tyson Kozak.
Tyson Kozak looks. Oh my God, I like the way that kid plays.
Matthew Savoy, he went back to junior.
He went to juniors. He can't come back, but that's
he's going to be a tough little SOB.
Yeah.
Might see him by end of season.
Danny Briere.
And
Danny
guys,
Briere. Just like him.
UPL did had a really nice preseason.
Yeah.
And he won a game earlier in the preseason, and they went to a shootout. They didn't go because they had to. They did it
just for
practice doing it.
Yeah.
It went 8 deep, and he didn't. I think won, and he kept them in it until we finally won it.
Yeah.
He also played very well in the game you were at.
Oh, I played 32 out of 33. Stopped.
Anderson looked okay the other night, although the kudos of the Sabres, they kept the shots way down for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I
liked that the other night. By the way, let me just say that we lost, or we won 4-2 with an empty netter. We had a 3-0 lead, and we go into the third. They're all over us. They score a couple goals, and what I loved about that, this is preseason. So instead of walking out with a 4-0 win, and it was just a layup and all this, right? What was great about it was against Carolina, by the way, is that now we had some adversity. The kids got some adversity.
By the way, Carolina was unbeaten. Now they didn't have their full roster either, but they had played the night before. But they still were unbeaten.
They're still unbeaten.
And
they came in, and I loved it. When the adversity started and we were scrambling in our zone, you could see that Granato settled them down,
right?
Got the puck out, and we really turned that game around to hold on 3-2 and then 4-2 empty.
And what we weren't getting a whole lot of last year, Craig Anderson made the big save when he had to. He didn't let it tie up.
That's right. That's true.
And that's huge. Now, he was out a lot last year. I don't know what he had done. It was out for a month, and nobody can say.
Open heart, I think.
But Anderson made the saves.
Upper chest injury.
Anderson made the saves when they had to. I'm going to name another name of a guy that I did not see because the game wasn't on TV. I listened. Malcolm Subban played goal for the Sabres. He split a game. He played really well, and he's unorthodox.
Yeah, he bounces around.
And he's healthy. And he did phenomenal in the shootout that night. Again, we won not only the game, but I think we had to go to a shootout that game.
Was that one tie? I was in Hurricane Ian at the time.
And Subban, and he cleared waivers, and he's in Rochester. No, I'm not saying he's better than possibly the rookies we have, but that's an interesting guy. He was drafted in the first round. He's had a lot of injuries. Maybe he's getting his stuff together, but whatever. UPL will start the season down there with him.
Yeah.
Comrie had a nice goal up here. Probably tonight will we see Comrie? Have you heard?
I've not heard, but I think you should, right?
I would think so.
Unless they go half a game each. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but
this I mean, we don't want to ramble on, but Power, Samuelson, these guys are no nonsense men amongst boys.
What I like about Power, and everybody's seen this, you've read it. He doesn't look like a kid. I mean, he made some plays last week, keeping the puck in at the blue line. It looks like it's gone. It looks like it's out. And he'll cut in. I mean, when we're in the offensive zone, he'll cut in, stop the puck, throw it back into the corner, and you got half the other team, Carolina, going the other way. They thought they were out. He makes and the plays in his own zone. The little 5-foot pass to somebody to get it out to start skating out of our zone. God, that kid is solid.
They had Tuck on an interview the other day.
Is it Tooch or Tuck?
I think it's Tuck.
Okay.
We met Tooch in Florida. That's another story. Tuck was on, and he said, Power, there's no way he's 18 or 19 years old. He goes, this guy sees the game. He's out after practice trying all kinds of different things. And, of course, a lot of the players stay out with him. And the commentator said something about his hair, not being nasty, but something about the long locks, and some of the older guys, get the receding hairlines. Tuck right away said, there's nothing wrong with Owen Power's hand. I love the quick defense of his teammate.
Yeah, even about his hair.
And then the guy said, no. And, it was Shredding Lefty on 97 Rock. That's what it was. They were getting on his hair. And right away, Tuck's like, no nonsense. No, there's nothing wrong with
Did he defend his love sack?
Yeah, he sure did. But a lot of fun. That team's going to be fun, guys. We're going to have a fun year.
It's going to be fun down there. I'm excited. I'm going to be out of town for the Vegas game when Eichel comes back. So my son Alex and my daughter Alicia are going to go, and I'm glad because my representative, the Sabres, goes, you should put him on Ticketmaster. You'll get $100 a piece for him. I go, I don't. Screw that.
Yeah. You know what?
You know what?
We have the pack too, and I think I'll look for someone that doesn't have tickets or swap or whatever.
Swapping.
Swap. Finishing up with the state of affairs in the
state of shit stick.
We're getting closer and closer to midterms. Anybody that votes Democratic, I don't know why. We were talking a little bit earlier before the show in our staffing meeting. Roe v. Wade. Like I said before, get a condom. This country. This guy was on today. Chairman Shitstick was on today, talking about the economy, the fastest recovery. Jobs went from nothing to that. There was a pandemic. The economy. Kitchen table items. I don't know why people would vote Republican. Look what we're doing. On the other side of the screen, the Dow's bottoming out.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't get it. He doesn't get the crime. Horrific thing happened here in Cheektowaga. A guy was chasing his estranged wife. They couldn't put him in jail on bail because of New York State's bail because, whatever.
And no bail
They're
laws.
both dead now. The girl is dead.
Yeah.
I heard that on the scanner the night before. She was terrified. It's horrible. That woman is now dead now.
Yeah,
where is Bucktooth Becky there in Albany?
Yeah,
where's her with the gun law?
What's the guy that's going against her? Zellner?
Zeldin. Although
Zeldin.
these left city New Yorkers, they won't see
they suck too. But he had a press conference there yesterday going. One of the biggest thing that gets me in this state is that the refined bail laws where you basically can't keep anybody. And I've had enough of that. They made that a racist thing.
Right.
Okay, you do the crime. I don't care if you're fucking purple. I am tired of it.
If you can't do the time,
don't do the crime.
Don't do the crime.
Well, the thing about this guy in Cheektowaga too. So he's a felon. He was in jail for 15 years. He's only 35 years old. So he's in jail for 15 years. Then he goes after his wife, tries to kill her, beats her. They can't keep him. Next day he kills her. These guys, nobody's being reformed.
No.
These guys they get out and they're right back at it.
Another stabbing in the subway. That poor police fire EMS woman is stabbed while people in the city that never shits
They're just walking
by her. A guy drove by her.
Driving,
on a little
jogging.
Scooter. Nobody could help her.
No, it's a disgrace.
Yet, they'll celebrate another championship. But anyways, crime, we've got to have law and order again. We've got to secure the borders. They're all over. Sandy Cortez is all pissed because they put the tent city up in Brooklyn, but it's a flood zone. Plus, the women there said, there's no families here. These are all 24-year-old men.
Yeah.
All right? They moved it to Cortez's district, which finally something made sense.
The Bronx.
Who in the hell votes for her? You know what the biggest thing in her district is?
What?
An insane asylum. Doesn't it make sense now?
That's why. Oh, I love Cortez. Oh.
And what did she say? Oh no, not in my district.
Not
Where's it supposed to go?
Where are we putting this stuff?
Inhumane. A plane load of girls got flown into New York, probably heading for Clinton's Arkansas mansion, right? The guy went undercover, whistleblower, who's an evil man because he's talking about them.
That's right.
Said it is so crazy. They're sending these young girls and boys to people that shouldn't be getting kids.
Yeah,
guys, this is a joke.
This is sex trafficking. It's legalized sex trafficking with this ridiculous leader of ours. And let's talk about the oil prices. So he went over to the Saudis and the Venezuelans and he begged, and they're laughing at him.
They told him this.
They told him, yeah, right here. So they laughed at him. So now the prices are going up for gas again. But you know what? I think I'll take it in the wallet for this one because we're less than a month away from the midterms, and people are going to get really sick to their stomachs at $4.50 a gallon.
But remember, he has helped us because Medicaid now they're going to negotiate the price of medications in a couple years.
Great,
that's helping us.
And how does that help the regular family?
He used to sit
on meds.
He used to sit at his kitchen table with his dad, and his dad would say, "Joey, did you pinch a loaf again, son?" Anyways, he's releasing 6,500 people out of federal prison.
Well, he's releasing that and a lot of gas.
For being incarcerated for marijuana. Okay?
Right.
Let me explain something to everybody. Nobody's in a federal prison for marijuana possession.
No.
These are plea down deals to lessen their incarceration time.
Right. These are guys that were dealing, and then they got a plea deal.
Now it's horrific, and please, guys, be smart. If you have a girl and she's upset about her body and her reproductive rights, buy her some condoms. Bottom line is, if you indeed do want to have an
You
abortion,
can get an abortion.
you can meet your maker or whatever it might be. But I'm not paying for it.
That's all. We're
I'm not paying for it.
And by the way, it is not illegal in the United States of America. It was sent back to the States.
Right.
Stop fucking saying that.
Right. It's absurd. It's bullshit. It's all the only thing they can push because everything
That's all
else
they got.
blows.
Everything else is the rest of
But,
socialism and bullshit.
It's just unbelievable, and this woke's a joke. This transgender. Orchard Park schools had to install
This is
kitty
not a
litters
joke. Go ahead.
because one of the kids in the Orchard Park schools relates to being a kitty cat.
Yeah. You want to say that again?
Kitty cat.
Kitty cat.
These parents,
So
it's
some-
not these kids.
Some kid decided that they are living their
No.
life as a cat, so they put cat litter in.
What it is, and I saw it the other day when my son was at Saba. This one parent, I don't know what it was.
Yeah. Right.
That's what's doing it.
Yeah.
They want their kid to be a Kit Kat,
Yeah.
so they want to change all the rules for that. All right.
Like how you
And
say that? Kit Kat.
what they don't realize is these kids that were born with maybe a slanger, and mom and dad want them to
twanger.
have a wanger. They're going to end up in school book depositories. They're going to be a whole lot of anger. Can you imagine a kid? We were marked out for tinted glasses and being chubby and acne.
Well,
Imagine a kid.
Robert Hall.
Meow. Stop it. Meow. We are creating a world of Timothy McVeigh, right? This is unbelievable.
Oh God! help
Unreal.
us all.
And there's a volleyball team in New York State somewhere, the girls' volleyball team. The parents went to court because one of the guys in the school wanted to play girls' volleyball. He felt that way, right?
Yeah.
And I don't mean to make that gay. It's not gay. Gay people are phenomenal. I know a ton of them, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's this wacko woke shit. The girls didn't want to change in front of this guy. I get it.
Yeah.
I know what he's doing.
Of course.
I would have loved to have been back in the locker room at Newman to see, like, I'm not going to name
Don't
names.
name names.
But the girls, they made the girls go across the hall to a bathroom and change in front of whatever.
No,
It's
it's just so wrong. Now, you say you love the gays. You got a lot of gays. Did you ever go to that Cleveland Assless Chaps convention?
I haven't gone to that, but I have been to Conquistador. Aye! But anyways, your kid feels like, I'll tell you what my dad would have done, right?
With
The
three fingers?
four-finger folly, right? You feel like a cat? I'll give you a cat. The
Let's shove a
cat?
cat up your ass.
I killed the cat. But honest to God, that I'm not making it up. You might say whatever. Guys, you're not being told the truth on a local station.
Google it.
This is absurd. There's a kid in Orchard Park going to the meow potty in the sand. All right. Now, what's that janitor supposed to do? Scoop that out?
Yeah, just gotta get some sawdust.
We talked to Janitor Earl Whitehead.
I hate when they feed the kids the chili because it's a mess. I can't keep up with it.
Anyways, guys, this is a farce. This is Saturday Night Live coming in real life.
I can't even think
You
about
saw
it.
what had happened to dog parks, right? When they started these dog parks and stuff.
Yeah.
You got German Chihuahuas. You got Wiener Shepherds. It's going to happen here. And by the way, men can have babies.
Yeah,
Really?
I don't think so. Oh, you can't.
Anyways, guys, great.
Hey, good to be back. Listen, heartfelt prayers and thoughts to those people in Florida. I don't know how you can wake up one morning, thank God that you're still alive with your family, although over 100 were not, and then look at everything you owned, personal property, automobiles, homes, and they're gone. And you're like, you don't even know where you're going to sleep that night. You have no job because you're where you went to work is underwater right now.
It's gone. Everything is gone.
What did these poor people do? I mean, one guy said, look, I'm sleeping in my car. I got nowhere to go. My home's ruined. I got mold. I got mildew. What the hell? It's horrible.
Sometimes when you see that, and bless the people, we know a lot of people down there, you and friends down there
I
that
was lucky.
were escaped a lot of the heavy stuff.
Oh, for sure.
But there's people that lost everything.
Everything.
Kind of that 16 inches of lake effect lead with the bass
Yeah.
laying on the driveway with the tail. Maybe that's not
Maybe
so
that's
bad.
not so damn bad.
You know?
Wow.
But U.S. is here for the U.S.
Yeah, stop. Enough checks to the Ukraine now. Let's take care of those people in Florida. And even if you did, they said 20% had flood insurance. That's all flood damage, by the way. If you don't understand it, hurricane damage is when the wind's blowing your door and your windows, and that causes damage.
Right.
Anything with rising water is flood insurance, and that's a national flood program, and only 1 in 5 in Florida have it.
Yep.
So even if you have it, by the way, there are limits, and it's going to take forever to get that insurance claim. If you don't have it, you are completely on your own. I mean, just horrific.
One last shout out to kudos to Bill's Mafia once again with the donation to Tua's.
Yeah, we're pretty incredible.
What a fan base, honest to God.
By the way, we did lose down in Miami. Me and my 2 sons and Mike and Ryan were down there, and we took over again that stadium. There had to be 30,000 of us. There were empty seats.
Yep. Better and that team's we're ass kicking all the way down the road. But
Yeah.
anyways,
All right.
have a great weekend
Have a good one.
and happy Columbus Day.
Yeah.
And guys, do your homework. Columbus was not what the 1619 is trying to tell you.
That's right.
Do some real work.
Do a little
he
homework.
was not.
Yeah, seriously.
Happy Columbus Day.
Find the history books, my friend.
Screw fentanyl Floyd, right? Happy Columbus Day, everybody.
That's right. Fentanyl Floyd, I like it.
Yep.
Good night, guys.
See you, everybody.
Go Bills.
Amen.
Tom, I don't have it.